With most things you do, especially at work, you are likely to go through a decision-making process. Over time, you should develop the skills for making better decisions based on past experiences and any newfound knowledge. There are still steps you can take to learn how to make better decisions for yourself, your future, and your workplace. Top 10 ways to make better decisions. Number 1. Control your emotions. Emotions should play a role in your decision-making, but if you want to make smarter decisions, you need to make sure you're behaving intelligently with your emotions. Just as asking for feedback requires a fine balance, so does managing your emotions. Too much emotion can cloud your judgment and lead you to make decisions you wouldn't have made if you were thinking more clearly. This holds true for both pleasant and negative feelings. If you're extremely enthusiastic about anything, for example, you don't want to make hasty selections based on your enthusiasm rather on how the item would appear in practice. Number 2. Don't be afraid to admit your errors. One of the most effective strategies to improve your decision-making skills is to acknowledge and learn from your mistakes. Making mistakes isn't always a bad thing. It might give you more confidence in your ability to make decisions based on your past experiences in the future. Number 3. Don't overthink things. Every decision should be accompanied by some deliberation as you assess the advantages, disadvantages, implications, and all accessible possibilities. But excessive deliberation can prevent you from making a final decision. It's critical to be able to reach a decision without spending too much time weighing options. Overthinking can lead you to make a decision you wouldn't typically make while also causing you needless tension. The more you overthink something, the more likely you are to introduce uncertainty into your decision-making process, which can become a habit and influence future decisions. If you're having trouble making a decision, take a break and come back when your mind has cleared. Number 4. Seek feedback. When seeking feedback during the decision-making process, you must strike a fine balance. Some comments can be really useful, especially if it comes from someone who has been in your shoes and can tell you how they handled it, or from people you admire for their knowledge and experience on a certain subject. It's also a good idea to get feedback from those who will be directly affected by your decision, since they will be able to provide you with information you don't know yet. However, too much feedback might make your decision even more difficult by providing you with too many different points of view, which you may find difficult to balance. Number 5. Advise yourself. Pretend you're giving advice to a friend on how to proceed to make better decisions. This allows you to remove yourself from a situation long enough to make a more objective conclusion. It's a lot easier to provide advice to a friend than it is to make a decision without it, and you could find that you're kinder to yourself and more optimistic about your role in making crucial decisions as a result. Number 6. Consider both the short and long-term consequences. Almost every action has both short and long-term consequences, and it's critical to consider both while making a decision. What appears to be a terrific short-term option may not be so great when seen in the long run, and vice versa. Also, keep in mind that some decisions may cause some disarray or discomfort in the near term. But they will pay off in the long run, making it all worthwhile. For example, if a manager decides to rearrange the office, you may feel displaced because the team will be forced to work elsewhere while the office is being built. But once it is finished, you can be contented with all. Number 7. Look after yourself. Poor sleep and low water intake can have an impact on your mental clarity and focus, as well as your ability to make decisions. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of uninterrupted sleep each night. To do this, avoid using devices immediately before bedtime and consider investing in a white noise machine to help you fall asleep and stay asleep. Drink 8 glasses of water throughout the day. If you keep a water bottle close to you at all times, you could find it simpler to drink. If you have trouble drinking water, consider adding fruit to it to make it more palatable. Number 8. Keep your principles in mind. It should be easier to see the path ahead of you if you stay loyal to your principles during the decision-making process, basing your decisions on your goals and where you see a scenario going in the long run. Plus, sticking to your principles provides you confidence and makes it easier to accept your decision even when things don't go as planned. Number 9. Learn from your mistakes. One of the most effective strategies to improve your decision-making skills is to acknowledge and learn from your mistakes. Making mistakes isn't always a bad thing. It can give you more confidence in your ability to make decisions based on your past experiences in the future. Don't be afraid to admit your mistakes. One of the most effective strategies to improve your decision-making skills is to acknowledge and learn from your mistakes. Making mistakes isn't always a bad thing. It might give you more confidence in your ability to make decisions based on your past experiences in the future. Number 10. Expect to make poor decisions. Being a better decision maker necessitates a willingness to take chances and an understanding that not every option you make will be the best. This is something you should consider so that you can make an informed decision in the first place. Knowing that your option might not be the best one opens you up to having a backup plan in case things don't go as planned. There you have it. The top 10 ways to make better decisions. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell icon for notification. Thanks for watching. See you in our next video.